welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to be learning more about MZ-Aqua Technique GmbH. So as you can see, this is a German company and it is the manufacturer and supplier of chromatography columns and accessories. It is both manufacturer and distributor of HPLC columns, GPC columns, GC columns, and accessories for chromatography. They own product lines such as PerfectSil, PerfectBond Orbit, MZ-Aqua Perfect, and are manufactured to the highest quality solutions. So what are the products that they offer? We also distribute in these. So these products are sample preparation, HPLC columns, GPC columns, GC columns, bulk material, and accessories. They have been manufacturers of high quality HPLC and GPC columns and bulk material since 1986, and it is made in Germany and supplies chromatography columns worldwide. So their goal is to offer their customers the highest quality at reasonable prices and to provide a comprehensive service. So they own strong brands like PerfectSil PerfectBond Orbit, MZ-HD Plus, and many more, and are manufactured under the DIN ISO 9001:2008 certified quality conditions and are listed in the official United States Pharmacopoeia USP. So let us learn more about their technical information. So they deal in liquid chromatography applications and in focus. So first we are going to be learning more about their liquid chromatography. So their separation techniques in liquid chromatography include the RP reverse phase chromatography, the NP normal phase chromatography, the MP medium polar phase chromatography, IEX the ion exchange chromatography, the IC that is the ion chromatography, and the IEC which is the ion exclusion chromatography. And they also have the SEC that is the size exclusion chromatography, the HYLIC that is the hydrophilic interaction chromatography, the HIC that is the hydrophobic interaction chromatography, the chiral that is the chiral chromatography, affinity chromatography, LEX ligand exchange chromatography, and mix that is the mixed mode phases. Also include particle technologies such as UHPLC, fused core or core shell, and filling materials that is the silica columns and polymer columns, along with metal oxide based columns and carbon based columns. They also further have hardware, column protection, preparative columns, USP methods and USP listing, HPLC PHUR listing also to offer. So first we will be looking at the RP or the reverse phase chromatography. The reverse phase chromatography is the most commonly used method in liquid chromatography. It is characterized by stationary phases with non-polar surface properties and a mobile phase of polar character, exactly opposite to normal phase chromatography. So the manufacturers and columns for reverse phased chromatography have several reversed phased columns in their product range. The variety of available phases and selectivities is enormous. So let us find out more types among that so that you can find what is perfect for your needs. So number one is the C18 modified phases, which includes the PerfectSil 100 ODS3, PerfectSil Target ODS3, and PerfectSil Target ODS3 HD. Number two, we have the C8 modified phases, which includes PerfectSil Target C83, PerfectSil Target C83 HD, and PerfectSil 300 C8. Number 3 includes the C4 modified phases, which have PerfectSil 300 C4 and PerfectSil 120 C4. Fourth, we have the phenyl modified phases, which contain the PerfectSil 120 phenyl and PerfectBond PH. Moving back, we will look at the normal phase chromatography now. So this is the original type of liquid chromatography as it was used in the early years of chromatography. Depending on the selected stationary phase, it can also be named as absorption chromatography if the separation mechanism is based on adsorption. Normal phase chromatography is characterized by stationary phases having polar surface characteristics. The mobile phases have non-polar character. So, almost all manufacturers or suppliers of HPLC columns have several normal phase columns in their product range. MZ-Aqua Perfect GmbH is developer and manufacturer of various high-quality HPLC columns for normal phase chromatography. So their ultra-pure stationary phases are based on unmodified silica gel as well as on those with bound functional groups such as diol and cyano. So they contain, let us look at the types now. They contain the PerfectChrom 60Sil ultra pure silica gel with 60 angstrom pore size, the PerfectSil 100Sil which has the ultra pure silica gel with 100 angstrom pore size, and PerfectSil 120Sil with 120 angstrom pore size, PerfectSil 300Sil 300 angstrom pore size, and the PerfectSil 1000Sil which has the ultra pure silica gel with 1000 angstrom pore size. So next we move on to medium phase chromatography. The polarity of medium polar phases lies between unmodified and alkyl bonded silica gel. So these are usually modified silica gels whose selectivity can be specifically exploited. So the most well-known medium polar phases are cyano, diol, amino, and nitro phases, whereby the latter is rarely available. So a major advantage of these phases is that they can be used for both normal phase and reversed phase chromatography. So the cyano-nitrile phases are less polar and show lower retention than unmodified silica gel in normal phase separation mode. So if these phases are used in reversed phase mode, they show also lower retention than C8 or C18 phases. So cyano-modified stationary phases have a good selectivity for substances with double bonds or aromatic compounds. So frequently used cyano phases, for example, are the PerfectSil 120CN and the PerfectSil Target CN3. As you can see, their modification, particle size, that is pore size, the end capping, C content, USP, surface, pH range, and Tmax. All of them are specified here for you to compare. And diol phases, on the other hand, have two surface hydroxyl groups, one primary and one secondary. Thus, this phase is generally interesting for polar substances and especially for those which are able to form hydrogen bonds. So, frequently used examples are PerfectChrom 100 diol and PerfectSil 100 diol. And then amino phases carry primary amino groups on the surface. So since these can be easily oxidized and can also otherwise undergo chemical reactions, the following aspects should be noted. Number 1, peroxides, either diethyl, THF or dioxane, should be avoided. Aldehydes and ketones can react with amino groups to amines, Schiff bases. Therefore, acetone should not be used as eluent. When aqueous mobile phases are used, the retention behavior of amino phases depends on the pH value because the NH2 group acts as a weak anion exchanger in an aqueous acidic medium. So an application example for amino phases is the analysis of sugars or glycosides. So some examples for this frequently used ones are the PerfectSil 120NH2 and PerfectChrom 100NH2. So with that, we have covered the introduction to MZ, and we have also understood their liquid chromatography separation techniques, the first three, that is the reversed phase chromatography, the normal phase chromatography, and the medium polar phase chromatography. In the upcoming videos, we're going to understand about the ion exchange chromatography, ion chromatography, IEC, which is the ion exclusion chromatography, the SEC, HILIC, HIC, chiral, affinity chromatography, ligand exchange chromatography, and mixed mode phases. So thank you so much for watching. You will be finding the upcoming videos uploaded very soon. Thank you so much for watching.